Today we're going to be discussing a rumour that we're returning to Naboo in Andor Season 2, and naturally Star Wars fans have one big question on their minds. Are we going to see Jar Jar Binks? And even crazier, what if we see Jar Jar Binks written by Tony Gilroy? That is a very different Jar Jar Binks to the one by George Lucas. I can just imagine in a year or two a Tony Gilroy interview where they say, "So what was your motivation for Jar Jar Binks in this show?" And he genuinely with a straight face says, "Well, I wanted to explore a darker side and the genesis of the sadness that lives within Jar Jar Binks in this show. I didn't want to do the whole joke thing once again like the prequel trilogy." You know, deep down he knows he's responsible for the rise of Palpatine, and that's why we had him say, "Misa, f*** the Empire." I love Tony Gilroy, I'm obviously just joking. I would love Ahmed Best to play Jar Jar again. He loves the character, we all love the character if you grew up on the prequel trilogy. Or maybe if Keller and Beck is still alive, maybe they went to Naboo. There are lots of hints in The Mandalorian Season 3. So we're gonna explore that and so much more in today's video. But just before we do, please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below, it really helps out the channel. And also hit the bell to be alerted every time that I post a new video. So no more jibber jabber, let's dive into this. Some amazing news for Andor Season 2, I can't believe this. One of my craziest theories might be coming true. Hever Castle here in the UK is a filming location we spoke about before. It's going to be used on Andor Season 2, and it was also used for Naboo in The Phantom Menace, one of the many locations of Naboo. There were theories when this first came out that Hever Castle in the Andor show was not going to be used for Naboo, but rather Chandrila for Mon Mothma's daughter's wedding. Well, according to a new rumour from a security guard at Hever Castle, on the day of filming, they confirmed it is going to be for Naboo. We're going to see the prequel fan favourite planet in Andor Season 2. So what is it going to be used for? Could there be connections to a secret underground network to Keller and Beck? Or is one theory I had a few months ago coming true, notably that Luthen's assistant Kleya used to be a royal Naboo handmaiden? On the 19th of November 2022, during the release of Andor Season 1, I put out a theory saying Kleya Marki might have secretly been one of Padme's handmaidens. The way she dresses, the hairstyle, the Easter egg of Padme's headdress from Attack of the Clones appearing in Luthen's shop. I'm not going to repeat the entire theory here, but one of her motivations could have been similar to Sabe, wanting to track down the truth of who killed Padme, and why when Anakin quote-unquote died, Darth Vader appeared. It took the handmaidens a long time to work out that the same person, Anakin didn't die, he turned to the dark side. And part of Kleya's motivation as a former handmaiden to Amidala is avenging her death, getting revenge over the Emperor and Darth Vader. And the great thing about this is not much is known about what the handmaidens got up to in the years that followed Padme's death. It's being explored in the comics, but there are so many unknowns, and it's possible Kleya Marki could have been a cover or even the true name of one of Padme's handmaidens. As we know from E.K. Johnston's Padme trilogy, they gave themselves new names, and some worked for the rebellion, working undercover as part of a group of informants and suppliers. This might have been how Luthen got involved. You can see why her skills were deemed useful. In either case, the rumour states we're going back to Naboo. Super exciting for all prequels fans. Share your thoughts in the comments down below. And so now, my dear friends, a quick update for Star Wars Eclipse. We now have something of a release date. Quantic Dream wants to release it by 2026. That's very ambitious, and the whole controversy around certain individuals still at the studio has made some fans say they're going to boycott it. Let's wait and see. On to The Acolyte, a Star Wars show coming out next year that has already got fans talking for better or worse. There is already so much controversy surrounding the show, but nothing in universe, nothing in the actual show itself. Well, now we have an update from Jung-jae. You might know him from Squid Game, and he's opened up about why The Acolyte Season 1, and yes, it's going to be multiple seasons, was really difficult for him because English is not his first language. He's from Korea. So here's what they say. This comes from Star Wars Newsnet. Jung-jae having a hard time speaking English is nothing new. This was suspected at Star Wars Celebration as he had a translator by his side. As reported by KB Zoom, he also mentions filming most of his scenes, which is a Jedi temple in London. And in case you missed my coverage of the Star Wars Celebration Acolyte reveals, Jung-jae is playing a Jedi Master to younglings, and so he says most were filmed on location, not using the volume, in London, as well as other places in Europe, and we do know one of these locations was Madeira Islands in Portugal for a few days in March. I presume a lot of what was filmed in London is for Coruscant, but I could be wrong. In either case, he confirms filming wrapped in May, post-production is underway, and all is well with the show. Now, at Star Wars Celebration back in April, there was tons of news regarding Ahsoka, The Mandalorian, Andor Season 2, the Star Wars films, and I did try to cover as much as possible. And one thing I really want to dive into in today's video that I didn't get to do at Star Wars Celebration, but I did touch upon it nonetheless, is the full trailer breakdown. So massive spoiler warning, I want to go through scene by scene what was shown, and if this is your first time hearing this or reading this, then maybe you can get an idea of what to expect, why fans were so amazed, and also the character that Jung-jae plays. This is from bestspinbulletin.com, a fantastic source of rumors and leaks, and they say the following. So picture this, the trailer opens, very intense. Jung-jae's character is a Jedi Master with robes, teaching a group of younglings inside a Jedi temple. The trailer then cuts to a mysterious purple hooded figure from behind, making their way through a bustling town. Think Star Wars Outlaws, Star Wars Eclipse, maybe somewhere like Dayu, and the mysterious hooded figure walks into a bar of some sorts, and we see them targeting a character played by Carrie-Anne Moss, who herself is a Jedi. The mysterious figure in the purple hood is Amandla Stenberg, the main character of the show, the Acolyte herself. She's sporting dreadlocks that are red, a black cloth mask, and a metal plate on her chest, and what appears to be chainmail beneath. As she swings a small dagger in an attempt to kill Moss, but Carrie dodges it with ease. The trailer continues and shows us Charlie Barnett's character, who wields a yellow lightsaber. He is wearing the traditional white and gold robes of the High Republic. We then see two Neimoidians aboard a starship, in a quick shot interspliced with Stenberg's character creeping around. And it also cuts back to Jung-jae continuing to teach the younglings. Stenberg whips out a dagger and starts swinging it at another unknown character as Charlie Barnett ignites a yellow lightsaber while exploring caverns. We then see Rebecca Henderson, who plays Venestra Rowe, wearing white and gold robes as well, opening a door in a Jedi temple with the Force. And Manny Jacinto's character has been described as very much like Han Solo, so basically some kind of smuggler, looking disheveled as he looks around corners. Jodie Turner-Smith's character looks rather regal, as what appears to be her followers open their hands in front of her as she walks through them. They sound to be kind of like handmaidens or something of the sorts. We then see Stenberg swing at Moss once again, but it's blocked by the Force. We then see Jung-jae, Charlie Barnett, and an unknown female character, all Jedi, walking up a snowy mountain in the midst of a blizzard. This is the planet that sounds a lot like Scipio. Are they hearing about breadcrumbs? Are they tracking down the Sith? The final shot of the trailer is Jung-jae and 7 other Jedi igniting their lightsabers in a forest. This sounds epic, and I must say with the Scipio stuff, the aesthetic of it, the regalness, all of this contributes to what Leslie Headland said when she described the show as Frozen meets Kill Bill. I can see that now, and to my consternation, to my surprise, in the best possible way, if the early leaks were true, and there's a possibility some of those are, it sounds as though we're getting horror elements as well. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. May the Force be with you, always.